Hello everyone, I'm Undead Horde here on YouTube and welcome back to my channel. And we are back again with day 24 of my challenge here. We already grabbed our daily login stuff. Day 24 is actually an ancient shard, which is pretty cool. And for the Xenomorph chase, we actually gained the 50 repeat battles, which is quite nice to have on the old account. I've gotten some of the missions done. Well, actually, I think I got one mission done, and I was buying something from the market. So it was just a mystery shard that I had picked up. Other than that, not much. We still have to do everything else. So we're going to try and knock out a couple of things here really quickly. Honestly, we're just gonna boom, get out of the way. So we're just gonna I don't know where my head is at. We just gotta do the rest of everything else. We're just gonna do all this front page Bastion stuff first, doing all my upgrades and whatever else, and then we'll move on into campaign and campaign farming and this, that, the... Hello? Can we get a triple? Oh, we can't because it's a rare. I'm so stupid. But accuracy... You know what? 14% defense? That is a decent piece of, like, survivability. Maybe? Okay, I'll have to think about it. I know it's on boots, so you really want the speed, but like there's definitely like worst situations I could have going on and stuff like that. It's like a whole thing. So it's up in the air. I have to like really think about it. But I'm definitely not like 100% against it if that was like what I end up using. The vote is in, by the way, that I had put up on Facebook, on YouTube. The vote is in, and it is agreed upon that Frozen Banshee is going to be the next one that we are going to 6-star on this account. I had asked good old YouTube. It was just like, hey, what do people want to see as the next one? And people were like, well, Frozen Banshee. I'm like, okay. 9 people voted. I think this is the most interaction I've ever had on a post. And it was like 78% or something like that of people had voted for Frozen Banshee. And it was like 22% or whatever had voted for Zealot, whatever his name is. And so I'm like, all right, Frozen Banshee it is. Which probably leans me more towards what's going to happen with like a Demon Lord team more than like Faction Wars right now. Like, I don't think I don't know. I have to see how Frozen Banshee actually is in Faction Wars. Maybe she's pretty good and I just don't know it. I have to look into her, like I said. And we'll just see how things go. But Frozen Banshee will be my next one to 6 stars. I will probably just use the Feast on her. Just make it easier on myself to get her there. And then after that, I'll probably make Z the next one. Zealota the next one to 6-star, arguably. Just because I feel like he's going to be really, like he is. I know he's really, really good in Faction Wars, and I definitely need to step that game up. So that's kind of my plan moving forward. Other things to discuss. I feel like I had a lot more going into this, and I'm forgetting it. Free-to-play account. I've made a post on YouTube. Somebody's already voted. And I made a post in my Discord server asking about it, if people would like to see like a legit free-to-play account for me where there's no other challenge a part of it. It's just free to play. And so far, at least 2 people have voted, and the answer is yes. And so I'm kind of asking the people in this video, let me know down below, would a legit free-to-play account be something that more people would be interested in watching on the side of like my regular content? So it wouldn't be like what the channel would turn into. It would just be like, maybe depending on how interested people are, it would be a video like every 2 weeks, and I would just do like an update on how things are going and the champions that I have and stuff like that. Like I do like all the summons and stuff would be like its own video, but I'd be like way more heavy-handed on that account. I wouldn't just be summoning to summon. I'd be really focusing on the champions that I have that I'm getting for free, getting those to a 6-star position and stuff like that, and not even worrying about summoning anything. And I would also probably end up considering making a clan and having that clan strictly be a free-to-play clan. So if you want to join the account, you would have to be a free-to-play player, and you would have to come from YouTube and to be a part of it. So that might be something where it's like I'll have the clan, and I'll probably make it be like specific people can be a part of it, who are a part of who are part of the Discord server, who interact on the YouTube videos, and is just more like involved. Because I feel like that clan is going to go a lot further than a clan like this is right now. Like the single faction clan would go, just because everything's so split up and stuff like that. You're only gonna have so much access to so many different champions and things like that, and so I feel like it could fall off on like CVC events and things like that. And so the free to play, I think, unlocks way more potential, definitely in a clan setting, for much better success and a lot better rewards and things like that in the long term. And so I really want to stick that to people who are going to care a whole lot more and want to like really, really actually be a part of it. And so that'll be for very specific people there. What else? I don't know. Just kind of drawing a blank right now. Oh, I was discussing some things in Discord about how like the look of some of these videos are and things like that, and I guess I'd like to take it up to a vote as well for people on the type of style of like content people would want to like see. I guess number one is there a world in which anybody would rather see content in which I maybe like maybe like these daily videos, instead of me like rambling on in the background over like a lot of content, I just do like a shortened version in which I maybe like voiceover, or maybe not even talk at all and just have like music or something in the background, and then people can just kind of like watch the content. Or do people like hearing the rambling and just seeing kind of the progression in the background? Is that okay for people? And stuff like that. It's like I want to make the content accessible to people. Like I want to hit like a large enough audience and stuff like that. And I don't mind like if I need to make like even 2 versions of like the daily quest, one where it's like a much more like a longer me talking, you kind of see more of everything video, and then you could have like a shortened version of it in which maybe it's like 10 minutes long. Like that's the goal. I'll just make like a 10-minute long video, and that video is just a fastened version where I cut out a lot of stuff, and it's just kind of like the highlighted gist of what's going on. So you have to let me know down below if that's something that people would want to see, and I can definitely work on making that style of content and figuring out how that would work out for me and for the account and stuff like that. It might not be the easiest, but it's something that I'm definitely willing to try to do, especially if it's going to be much more digestible to other people and things like that and keep them sorcerers and keep them like around. That's crazy. I finally got another sorceress after days of grinding out. I finally got it. I can't believe I missed her previously. So what we're gonna do, some people are gonna be proud of me for doing this. Faction Guardians, boom, boom, bam, 10% HP to everyone, or to all my rares, which is perfect. I've got so many of them, it'll be nice. What am I doing now? I've got to do arena. I hate doing arena. It's time for arena. See who we can take on. I will say I have been working on masteries. I've been doing a lot of grinding of masteries, so I've spent a ton of energy on it. And some people are definitely getting into a good spot. We're starting to hit kind of like getting about like what 6 or 7 masteries deep on some of my champions and stuff like that, which is good. Starting to kind of get a stronger kind of team, or get stronger champions put together and things like that. I've mentioned this before in past videos. The biggest focus when it comes down to my masteries right now is if there's an option for a champion to be pushed towards like a Demon Lord clan boss build, I'm probably going to do that with them, unless I feel like I need them for generic PvE content. A lot of champions just have a generic PvE build, like that's all that there is going to be to them, and that's completely fine, and that's what I'm going to build them with. But there are definitely some champions where it's like they specifically will do a whole lot better in like what's it called, build. You know, I never should have faced this team. I don't know what I was thinking. Wait, what team was it that oh, this one down here. I definitely meant to click on the 22 power one. I don't know why I clicked on the other one, or how I ended up clicking on the other one. That was not my intention. So, yeah, I mean, if there's anybody's like, well, maybe you really shouldn't do that for some of these champions, that's like one thing. And I could definitely like look into building mastery slightly differently on some other champions. But like, I have Frozen Banshee right now. She's going to be in a traditional clan boss build, and these are all based off of Hell Hades. Just look up the champion on Hell Hades, look at the masteries, and you'll see what I'm doing with each of them, like what the plan ultimately is going to end up being on each of them, and things like that. Like, I'm pretty sure the Cadaver only has a clan boss build, and that's how he's being built. But like, Frozen Banshee's got 3 different builds. Frozen Banshee has a PvE build, has an unkillable build, and has a traditional clan boss build. I went with the traditional one, mostly because I'm not having a full understanding of how the unkillable would work, and I believe that has to be paired up with like all their champions. It's unkillable because she works with X, Y, and Z champions, and they create like an unkillable team because of that. And so I don't want to build her in that build. It doesn't make any sense. I'd much rather just go for the generic, what's going to work clan boss build. That should be 5. There it is. Let's jump into clan boss. We got the rewards. I've only ever received one ancient shard, and not even on this account. It was on a completely different account that I actually got an ancient shard from a chest. And we're still trying to achieve that glory. If I upgrade these boots and I get into speed, I could see them being worth it, especially as immortal gear. we'll throw in the battle here. See how well we do. Well, we know how well we're going to do. I want to see how our numbers change, though, with masteries being put in. Like I said, there's not a ton of masteries being put in, but there's some, and I'll show that off towards the end of the video here. We'll take a look at that. I don't know why there's no music. I'm so confused sometimes what happens with my computer. So we'll take a look. I'll gotta look into Doom Tower. I have not done much of anything with that, but that'll be in my free time. I'm not gonna do a ton of video stuff on it for right now, because I'm sure I'm not gonna make it very far, and I'm sure that's not gonna be an interesting watch by any means. So that's something I'll just work on slowly, and once I like hit my cap, I'll just be like, hey, this is my cap. How did I get 3 ancient shards on here? I know about how I got the... Oh, I sent a picture earlier into the Discord. In the shop, I have found 2 ancient shards inside the market before going off to work. And so I picked them up. I'm really hoping our clan can hit... like the 600,000. Wow. This game just hates me. I'm trying to hit the 600,000 points on I can't even do these 10. I got no space for it. In the clan versus clan, like, this is the point that I want to hit. So we're not bad. Like, we're getting there, but we're still like 140,000 away. But getting the 4-star chicken would be a big help. The additional ancient shard, the epic skill tome, like, these are all like really good things that I'd be nice to have. I'm glad we made it up this far. Like, I think it's really good. We got a lot of chickens and stuff for it, and I'm grateful for that. But I would love to make it to this point here and be able to get all these rewards. I think bare minimum, this would be like the level I'd like try and get to. It'll be a while, I think, before we hit these other tier sections. Would it be nice to hit them? Absolutely. But I think it's going to be a hot minute before we can. And that's completely fine. I think the bare minimum push should be getting the 600,000. And I don't see why we couldn't do that. We're obviously killing it. There's still a day and 3 hours left. A lot of stuff could potentially change. I don't see that changing. And so I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. Really proud of the clan and for making as far as we have been on this. Continue. So it's so weird. I have been going through the clan stuff, by the way. So anybody knows watching, how much time are we into this? We're 18 minutes into it. I'll just say this one last thing and then we'll peace out. I've said this before. I'm going to say this again to anybody who's like new and like wants to join the clan or whatever. I will gladly accept any application. If you're coming from YouTube or something, then in the message say, hey, I'm from YouTube, and stuff like that, and you'll be more likely to get accepted. I'm going through the clan like once a week. I'm going to go through the clan, and anybody who hasn't been active in 5 days or over, they're getting booted, and I will be accepting new people, and I will only be accepting people who send a message. And if the message is something that's like if it's a message where I feel like I could work with it, and seeing if there's anybody like worth bringing in and trying out and stuff like that based off of the message that they send. You know, where people actually seem like they like really want to try and be a part of it. Green. you're joining. This is a great message. Come on in. That's a... If people put effort into the message too, it's much more appreciated. I think I've got 3 spaces. I think I actually have 1 space left now. No, I've got 2 spaces left now. People might be leaving. So, if people leave, then people leave. I honestly would like to accept more people too, who actually have like a name change, because I feel like a name change means that you're actually willing to put more effort in. So, what was your... Okay. I think that's me maxed out now. Looking to kill shit. I think that's the funniest thing. Where are we at? We're at 30 out of 30. We're good with that for now. I do want to keep us full for CVC and stuff like that. So, but I do have to make sure I'm working with legit active members who are going to take this seriously, and if they're not, then it's not worth it. Eventually, I'd like to have this be way more people from YouTube and stuff like that, and build up kind of like that way. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please let me know down below what you thought, and I will see y'all in another video here. We're just gonna pull them. I don't care. They're all gonna be dog water anyways that I can't use, so I might as well just do it now. Hey, Bannerlord Steve. If I could give them to you, I totally would. Alright, well. Gotta give the clan at least a little extra points, right? Not much. I'm trying. I'll grind out some more things and see if I can get us there. But alright. It's been a ton of fun. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.